I was always a big fan of Anthony's work. He's filmed an awful lot of documentary type work, and we had a chat several times, used to bump into each other, and we always volunteered our services if we ever needed someone who's... I had quite a bit of experience in the acting business, and of course I've been a professional musician all my life. And one particular time Anthony stopped me and said, I'm bringing out a drama and I might have a little part for you, would you be interested? And I said, I'm up for anything. And the film is actually called Ghosts of Glamorgan, but its main name is, if you like, it's going to be a series. It's Tales of Supernatural Nature. And my little part in it, I'm a jazz musician who comes to a bit of a sticky end. Why I got picked for the part, because it sounds a little bit like me actually, I suppose, you know, drinking a bit too much, chasing the young girls, yeah, it's... but as I was saying, I actually play a trumpet in it, and I can show you the very trumpet. This is a very trumpet, but I've got something I've got to tell you. I'm a guitarist and I can't really play it, so that's gonna... yeah, that's about as far as I can go with that. Yeah, and I won't tell you too much about the story, but I said he comes to a sticky end. I mean, it's based on fact, and I think a musician, he's chasing the ladies, and I think he fell in love with one particular lady, and sadly she kind of ran off, and he kept on looking at photographs of her, and playing with his mind, and drinking a bit too much, and sadly he took his own life. And that's where we come to the hanging scene, which was a little bit frightening. We had, whether or not the film crew was just kind of teasing me, but they actually used a proper hangman's noose. And whether or not, I mean, they actually said that they hide it from a museum, and it belonged to the official queens of the official country's hangman back in the 60s. I think they stopped hanging, was it 1962 or something like that? But it's quite strange, because the actual scene only took a matter of seconds, but it seemed like minutes. They had to put the noose around my neck, and obviously they had it a bit taut to get the effect of the actual hanging. But when they started filming, it just appeared to be going tighter and tighter and tighter, and what seemed like minutes but was actually seconds. You know, I couldn't wait for Anthony to shout, "Cut! I've got it!" And I was glad to get it off from around my neck. But it might have been, you know, because they did say it belonged to Albert Pierpont, the famous hangman. So whether or not they were just winding me up, if they were winding me up, they'd done a good job, because I tell you, I was scared. And the next time, if I ever play a hanging scene again, I think I'll hire a stunt double. But because of the nature, the way it was filmed, you're not really going to see it, because where we're based, where we actually filmed it in South Wales, we know that over the last few years there's been some bad publicity surrounding this kind of thing. So it's just a kind of split-second shot of the actual hanging scene. So it's nothing gory about it. You know, Anthony done it in his typical style, his professional style, and you know. But so I think the only person who's going to get scared was me. Yeah, Anthony also gave me the opportunity to. He was looking for different actors and people involved that got a bit of experience, and of course I play in bands, and of course I knew quite a lot of fellow musicians who'd be interested in taking part in the film. And what's been good about it, it's kind of grown. We've grown into a kind of one happy family really, because we started having kind of meetings once a week, once a fortnight. You know, we all have a drink together, bite to eat, we make plans. And basically for the last 12 months, it's just, it's grown bigger and bigger, and you know, as I said, one happy family. And everybody that's had a part in the film have given their 110% commitment to it. And some of the results have been astonishing. And one or two of the actors that's come through have really been impressive, and I can see they could have a future in the film business. You know, one or two are going to get picked up on this, I'm sure, and they could do it for a living. So it's been mighty impressive, really. Once I'd finished filming my scene, I thought, well, I'm not going to kind of disappear from this. I had a chat with Anthony, and he said, by all means, if you can come and do a bit of helping with the lighting. So I think he's actually given me a mention of him as the gaffer, whatever that means, but it sounds good. So I think I've got 2 mentions in it. And of course I did play you know, a bit of a... I sneaked into one of the other roles. You might see me around somewhere, but you know, you've just got to look out for it. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed helping out, you know, lighting, you know, doing whatever I could do, and I really found it very exciting. And as I said earlier, I'm repeating myself, but I can't wait for the new one. Whichever, I'd hate to guess what Anthony's got planned.